Alright guys, it is time to take apart Hacksaw Ridge. It is a bittersweet moment. All this hard work over a year worth of building on this mock. 45 episodes, 2 finales, and now we are doing the Takedown series, which is me basically reversing the process and a lot quicker of time. This will probably take me, which is what's so sad and what's so hard to say, probably less than an hour to take this apart. So I just got some bins here, and we are going to start taking things off one by one. We're going to start with the minifigures, and then we're just going to go probably the vehicles, then palm trees, then detailing pieces, etc., etc. And then if I go over here and grab these guys right here, I can grab it and show you guys. We've got the Hacksaw Ridge minifigures. So these are on the website. I don't know if they're still in stock yet, so check the website. But if you guys want to get one of the minifigures that came directly off this mock, all you have to do is check the link in the description. So we have Japanese, and then we have the US Army. And so these figures, what's cool is it says authentic mock minifigure there, and then I will be numbering them. So the first thing I gotta do is take off all the minifigures, count how many Americans and how many Japanese I have, and then I will know how many to put on the right-hand side of that slash. So let's say there's 100, it'll say 1 out of 100, 2 out of 100, 3 out of 100, etc., etc. Let's say there's 80 US figures, it'd be 1 out of 80, etc., etc. So that's how we're gonna do these minifigures. Once they're sold out, they're sold out. I think that's really cool. Thing that I'm doing. I've done it before, but I've never done like official packaging like this, so I'm really happy with the way this turned out. So check those out. But yeah, I filmed the finales. I filmed some other just like B-roll footage. I took a bunch of pictures for thumbnails. What else did I did? That's really all I can think of. There's not much else I really want to do with this. Honestly, I just want to get the figures off so I can start packaging these figures, and so I can start shipping them out as fast as I can. And I kind of want this table back, and just to not have a mock for a little bit, to just give myself a little bit of ease of mind. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and let's start taking off minifigures and vehicles and all that fun stuff. All right guys, I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, so basically what I've worked on is the beach section down here. I pulled all the minifigures off, pulled all the minifigures off the vehicles themselves, kind of just put the vehicles sitting here. All I'm going to do is take those, put them back on my shelf somewhere. Hopefully I have enough room. I should, because they came off there at one point. So put those back. And then let's see here. I basically have been taking everything in these bins. So I've got all the Americans, and then I started taking the Japanese off. And then I've got like one for all like the little blood details. I took off all the explosion pieces. So I'm trying to keep things as organized as I can as I disassemble the mock, because that's part of the battle, is sorting the pieces afterwards. So I'm trying to do a little bit of that now. And so like, you know, we have all the spare weapons and whatnot. And then eventually I'm going to sit down and I'm going to take all the weapons off of these Americans and give them all the same weapons before I list them on my website. Even though they're already on the website by the time you're seeing this video. So check them out, link in the description. But I got all that done, and then what I've got done down here is what I did was, if you guys remember, there was the clear studs on like the main coastline. I basically took those, or as much as I could, off. And then I pushed back all the just light blue ones, because it's going to be a lot easier for me to sort through this tiny little cup and pick out the blue ones than it is to just dump all this in a bin. So I only have to sort this much, and then pretty much all of this is just pure light blue. So I can just take that and dump that in a bin. And then I did start up here working on just disassembling the mock. It's so weird seeing the mock like in pieces like this, you know, half of it not having palm trees. It actually looks kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. It might have been kind of cool to have just palm trees in the back section like this and have all this be open. It actually looks kind of good. So, oh well, whatever, I live and learn, I guess. So that, you know, it's really weird how it looks. It actually looks pretty good. It would look really cool with just figures, and then it gets more dense as we got back. So live and learn, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to get a couple cups for like all the barbed wire, all the olive green parts. What else? Probably, I mean, obviously all the bamboo, all the green pieces. I don't think I'm going to take up the dark tan and the rocks separately. I'll do that later. But I've started getting like the palm trees here, and then all the leaves, and then here are the shrubs. So stuff like that. So like I said, I'm trying to keep things organized as I work, and we're just going to keep going back and getting as much of these figures as we can. And yeah, I mean, I'm thinking for this episode, I want to get all the figures and all of like the blood details and like all this stuff done, and then we can start working on like the majority of like the mountain and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I'm going to keep working. Alright guys, I removed all the minifigures, even from inside both bunkers. There are no more minifigures out on the mock. It'd be really awkward if I just spotted one right now. I don't think I see any. So I got all the minifigures. Now, what I did was I counted all the U.S. Army soldiers, and then I counted all the Japanese, and I have 80 Japanese, and then I've got 105 Americans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round down, and I'm going to say there's only 105 or only 100 Americans. So, because I have to order the cards in like set quantities, so I'm going to do 100 Americans, and then I think I can do just 80 of the Japanese. Technically, there were 2, 4, 6, 8, like 90-ish. But these ones are like all the old, these are like different designs, and these are all the new designs, and so these are the only ones I'm going to be selling. These are kind of more my personal collection, and they're just a lot older of a design. These are much better. So 80 Japanese, 100 Army, and now I have the information I need, and I can order those cards for these minifigures right here. So that's what we're going to go do now.